This video will walk through the numerous grading options that can apply to your CNOWv2 assignments. To begin, let's click on the Assignments tab, assuming that you have already created a course using a Cengage provided template. This means that pre-built assignments have already been loaded and you are ready to assign your first homework assignment. Click on the Edit button next to the Chapter 1 Homework Application assignment to edit the assignment. You will likely want to review the content of this homework assignment, but let's assume you have, and you are now ready to assign it. You would have clicked on the Calendar widget at the top of the page and entered the available date, due date, and due date time. The next step is to click on each grading option on the right. Let's walk through them one at a time. The first is the Assignment Takes. Notice that the default setting is unlimited. The time allowed for each take is unlimited, and students can save their assignment and resume it later. You can keep these settings as they are, or change them. If you limit the time per take, keep in mind that students will not be able to save and resume their assignment later. The next setting is Printing. Notice that the default setting is No to both printing of the entire assignment as well as the printing of individual questions. If you want students to be able to work on paper first, then enter their answers online. Select Yes. The second option of printing individual questions may not be necessary if you have allowed students to email you while taking assignments. The next option is Restrictions. This option allows you to set up assignments that can be taken only after you have given students a password. You would likely want to create a password restriction if you are using the assignment as a test or exam grade. The next setting is Grading. Here you have quite a few options. If you want to change any assignment for practice so that it will not contribute to their grade, check off Not Graded. You can change the point value, the default is 1 point per item, or specify a possible score that is different from the total number of points. If you have allowed multiple takes, you can decide if you want to carry all responses into subsequent takes, and if not, whether the best score or last score should be counted. You can also choose to make an assignment available for extra credit, enter a curve factor, or designate an assignment as pass-fail by entering the minimum percentage score required to pass the assignment. If you have allowed your students to take an assignment after the due date, you can apply a late penalty percentage, which will be automatically deducted from their score and have it applied by the hour, day, or week that the assignment is overdue. The next setting is Questions. This set of options is useful in limiting the ability of your students to copy and share answers. If you want your students to continue to work on the same problem after the first take, you will want to select for each student on first take only. For non-algorithmic questions, it is recommended that you select Shuffle questions for each student and each take. Hide question labels is useful if you are concerned about students passing the content of assignments to each other, and if the assignment is a test, you will want to disable the Show Additional Resources as it provides the ebook and other resources to students during an assignment take. The next two settings are Feedback During and Feedback After Assignment. To discourage guessing, you may wish to limit how many times students can click on Check My Work for each take, or you can disable the Check My Work link altogether. You can also decide how much feedback you wish your students to see, both during and after assignments. The last option is Prerequisites. You can use this to prevent students from taking an assignment until a specific condition has been met. There are 4 conditions from which to choose. 1. A certain score on a different assignment. 2. The score percentage of that other assignment. 3. Has another assignment simply been taken? Or 4. The time spent on that other assignment. If the prerequisite is not met, you must choose whether the assignment will be visible to students who haven't met the condition. The default is, students can see the assignment, but cannot take it. For additional guidance on any of these options, click on the question mark icon to the right. Once you have set all your options, you can give your option set a name. Click on Save as a new set and use it as your default for future assignments. When you are finished, click the blue Publish button on the top right. You will now be able to preview this assignment as a student by clicking Preview as a Student under Common Actions on the right. Thank you for completing this video training for Cengage CNOWv2. For additional help or resources, please visit our training and support sites or join the higher ed community to engage with your peers.